Hi, so today we're gonna finish Home is Where the Wreath Is, the 3 letters plus the basic wreath. So this is Kimberly's at Fat Quarter Shops. This is mine that hangs on my kitchen wall, but hers will have the basic wreath in it because she hasn't finished all the wreath swaps. So we're gonna show you how to do this, and what you're going to need is a glue gun and glue sticks, 4 5x5 sticky boards, and 4 6x6 sticky boards. I'm also going to be using batting, and I'm going to be using those batting squares. And then I used Priscilla's Pretty Plaids on mine, but you could also use the black and white Chelsea's checks. And just scissors and glue sticks, and then magnets and washers. So my pile is all stuck together. When I did mine, and like I'm gonna do today too, I put 4 washers and 2 magnets on each one so that you can switch it from this way to this way. So it can go vertical or horizontal. I forgot to talk about the finishing piece. So this is from Hobby Lobby.
Finishing piece 1607266. It's the small version. It is a 7.87 inch by 0.98 inch by 29.92 inch. It is available on their website with an S at the end of it.
And we use this side to place the letters. Okay, so what we're going to start with the 6x6 boards, and we're going to cover them with fabric. The real director is positioning me in the right. So, and I'm sorry if my nails look really bad. It's been a lot of planting lately. I'm going to line this up in the gray areas because I find it easier to get a straight line. I need my other scissors. These are the bad ones. A little bit jaggedy. All right, and then we're going to start by gluing the corners. I should have turned this over to make sure. We're going to glue the corners at a 90 degree with a hot glue gun. 90 degree angle. And then we'll do both sides. And just fold it over and push it and make sure it's straight.
We use the Sure Bonder hot glue gun. It is a very high temperature glue gun, so make sure that you have a cup of water if you're using it for the first time.
We also get a lot of questions about what we use for cutting. Yeah. And this is the Tonic trimmer. It's in our Amazon shop. I actually bought my first one of these when I was doing a lot of scrapbooking, and that's what I used it for. And then I started using it for sticky.
Bring it back. Show them why you like that one.
Oh, so on this one, compared to other ones, it's got this piece that you can push down. So if you stick your sticky board in here, don't put your hands anywhere near this, Cash. If you stick your sticky board in here, then you press down on this really hard so it holds your sticky board in place while you cut it.
To get a straighter edge. We saw some vintage ones at the flea market.
Yeah, they were huge though. You would probably have to have them sharpened. Those are my glasses.
Okay, let's see the
All right, so there's one.
You should probably have those on.
What do you mean?
Your glasses.
True. But it is kind of bright in here, so it's good. Hey, I left these lights on because we were taking a picture. Do you want them off?
No. I just want you to move forward where you're supposed to.
All right, so we're gonna fast forward through the next 3 of these. Okay, so there's our 4 pieces that will go on the back, and these will get glued down to the frame. We'll measure and get them in the right spot, and then these will be put on the washers and magnets with the stitching on, and these will be able to be moved. So for the stitching, I'm using these batting squares. These are from Fat Quarter Shop, and these are the 10-inch ones. I don't know if I'll be able to, I didn't measure it, but hopefully I'll be able to get a couple out of each one. Otherwise, you can use them for smaller pieces. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to peel off the outside edge of the sticky board. Oops. I have no nails, and what nails I do have. There we go. And just stick it on there and then cut around it. You can tell that I went and got the other scissors.
These are the squares we also use for that quilt as you go process. Almost all our quilts do that.
So we're gonna do that 4 times. So now I have 4 5x5 sticky boards covered with batting. And then we're gonna take the letters and put them upside down, even though on Kimberly's you can't tell which is the right side. She put top.
You need to remember that when you finish it. Kimberly and her team have pressed these so they are wrinkle free. So if yours have wrinkles, make sure that you iron them face down, smooth out any wrinkles that you may have.
Okay, so I've laid this down on top of it, and I'm gonna do the same thing again where you fold up the edges and glue at a 90-degree angle. When you do the stitching, it's a little bit harder because the fabric's thicker, so you have to like give it a time to settle in. And I left like between 1.5 inches and 1 inch around the edges. You do all 4 corners. And then turn it over and pull your stitching around it and just make sure that everything's good and it's even. And then start gluing down the and pull taut, but don't pull too tight that the sticky board pokes through the, or the cross stitch pokes through the sticky board.
Sticky board pokes through the cross stitch.
Yeah. Took me a minute.
Well, it's fun.
All right, and then if you have some little gaps in the corners, we can fix those. But there's the first letter. So we're gonna fix those gaps right now. And just put a little tiny bit of glue in the corner. And then pinch it together. Cash is dancing.
If you hear heavy breathing, it's him.
It's me. This is hard work. All right, so I've fixed all 4 corners, and I think I'm gonna trim off just a little bit of this right here.
Make sure you remember which one was top.
I found one. Over here. 2 bucks.
So there's the first letter, and then we're gonna magnet it and put it on here. So we're gonna fast forward the other 3 letters. Okay, so we're gonna go down about 1.25 inches from the top, and then in between each one will be 3/4 inch. So we're gonna glue this down 1.25 inches from the top. And then these will be 3/4 inch in between. But that kind of gives you an idea of what it'll be like. Okay, I'm ready to glue the first one on, and I'm gonna put glue around the outside edge. And I'm gonna go down about 1.25 inches. If you stick it in the wrong place, you can easily peel it up. And then just smush it down. Now we're gonna go 3/4 inch in between the next one and that one. Hopefully I'm getting these straight. Does it look good from up there? It looks about the same? We good? All right, so each square is gonna get 2 magnets.
Each stitched square.
No,
Oh.
each of these.
Each fabric square. How do you decide where to put them? Just in the middle?
I'm just going off of mine. Yes, but they need to go in the middle because you want to be able to switch it from.
Mm-hmm.
And these magnets get your hands really dirty, so I'm gonna wash my hands. Okay, so like I told you before, we're gonna put 4 washers on each one. And how we're gonna do that is we're gonna lay these on top of here. Is that in the picture? Then I'm gonna add a ring of glue around the outside. And I'm gonna sit this on top of it.
Is it the top
Mm-hmm.
of the board?
Mm-hmm. Is it? Yes. That would stink, wouldn't it?
No, they're changeable.
So we're gonna let that dry, and while it dries, we're gonna do the next one. Then we're gonna go back and put the washers the other way
The
too.
wreath. The wreath.
Can't spell. Fraser fir.
Lemonade.
Crepe myrtle.
Those can't read and I can't spell.
So you're gonna need 16 washers and 8 magnets. But you need more washers for when you do the
Reswap.
wreaths. Yes.
Right now released is Reswap 1 and Reswap 2 that covers the month January through December. There are plans for celebrations as well for Reswaps.
And every month we've gone to put it out, but something else comes up, so you'll get it soon. This is done on that chalkboard Ada, and it looks really good on the chalkboard Ada. You can tell the difference between the Ada and the chalkboard and the black. And the reason why, even though we're not going to move the letters, you could move the letters to be able to hang it the other way in your home, or the fact that if the middle part is on magnets, then it would be up higher than the rest of them. So that's why there's magnets on all of them, instead of just gluing it down. So now we're going to go back to the top. We're going to take this off. And this is the top. There's those soft tooth hangers that go up here, and then there's one to hang the other way. So it's perfect for this. So we're gonna put 2 more. There's the first one. Trying to keep my hands. In case you didn't see our video, we planted a bunch of stuff and my fingernails are dyed from the dirt.
She washed them before she touched your stitching, Kimberly.
Like 740 times. Scrubbed them with a
Horse brush.
Right, a brush that's like for cleaning your grill too.
You're done, guys?
Wow, it looks really pretty, doesn't it?
Yeah, her stitches are
Mm-hmm.
immaculate. And it's nice to revisit this series.
Yes. And so many of you have already stitched it and have it hanging up in your houses. It's amazing. And you're changing out your wreaths. It's really fun. It's like a piece of decor instead of just a cross-stitch picture. Boy, we got glue strings everywhere and little balls of glue everywhere. There you go. So you can have it that way or that way. So there you go. There was one of Kimberly's wreath swaps in there, the strawberry one. So I did that. And this is how it looks on the chalkboard Ada. I think it looks really pretty. I used Priscilla's Pretty Plaids. The finishing piece is from Hobby Lobby. And we just use hot glue and batting and magnets and washers. And we have a piece to hang up now. Thanks so much for watching.